Good day, INFJ community, and those looking to learn from INFJ wisdom. I am your host, Vila Ramsey. Warning: this information is for people who are open to hearing and understanding the truth, TI thinkers. Reality can be stranger than fiction and can cause stress that can lead to change. You have been warned. I am a shaman, and this is the truth of how I came to learn about and understand about Tartaria, the Great Tartary, and the reason for its destruction. Tartary is said to have been a country that was the largest in the world, covering vast regions of both North and South America and parts of Asia, especially Russia. Tartary is said to have been a country with advanced technology. Star forts, for which hundreds are found all over the world, as a time where they were used for thermal energy creators. Vibratory buildings of sacred geometry, where sound vibrations of organs healed people's anatomical organs. The Fountain of Youth was created with orgon infused atmospheric energy from aspiring building towers. There were Russian documents stating that people of Tartary over the age of 300 were killed, and everyone under the age of 300 was given a chance to join or die. They all chose death. At this point, the intelligent question may be, wait, how did they live to being over 300? In the Bible, it is stated that Adam and Eve lived to over the age of 900, and that many other people lived longer as well. I will cover the medical topic of longevity in a later video. The Bible states that God's people die for lack of their knowledge, which is very true. As all is connected from before the Bible, from Samaria, the book of Enoch, the Epic of Gilgamesh, there are tales of extraterrestrial forces, human genetic manipulation, slavery for gold, giants, and mutants. There are building constructions that are very advanced, which then become layers of human amnesia, and who did their best to control and submit humanity in all of this. Humans did not evolve here on Earth. Humanoids came to Earth from the stars 400,000 years ago. There are humanoid species from all over the solar system. Val Thor came here from the center of Venus and addressed the U.S. Congress. He is a humanoid. Humanity's chance for evolving from monkeys are the same chance that a room full of great apes with computers could perfectly type out all of Shakespeare's works, and or if you're wanting to say Sir Francis Bacon's works. As our universe is an intelligent one, full of light, sound, energy, and sacred geometry, there are rules to the universe, as there is for all that exists, as all is one. Thousands of years of wisdom can be found in ancient texts, such as in Buddhism, and understanding the flow of the way for Chinese philosophy. The book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, by Florence Scovel, hopefully I'm saying her name correctly, is an excellent book to read for understanding a lot of these universal rules for how the universe works. Ancient texts for around the world have told of angels and demons, as well as a multitude of other interdimensional entities. Our planet, with a soul called Gaia, is underneath the watchful eye of Archangel Michael. Every planet has its own angel, and it is this planet's job to help that planet and its population to grow and to ascend dimensions. Archangel Michael is in charge of all of our planet's firsts and major shifts. Just as A.A. Michael has reincarnated and comes back a number of times over and over to help our planet grow, all souls have the reincarnation factor to promote soul self-growth. As God is the infiniteness of all things, the Alpha, the Omega, God is the only essence between the Alpha and Omega as well. For that which is one and infinite, perception of growth, change, and interaction is all that can be had as abilities in an infinite amount of times and ways and possibilities. All is one, all is God. A. Michael knows that he is created fully out of God's energy. A. Michael lived as Adam, lived a multiple of other lives, and also lived as Yeshu. As God is all, the masculine and the feminine, both mother and father energy. Outside of the full infinites, the void, all created experiences, forgetting and challenging them to grow again is what the existence of life is. Twin flame relationships are partial mirroring and separation of masculine and feminine energies, oftentimes of the exact same soul. Twin flames are the ultimate in marriage energy. To live, reincarnate, and live for thousands of years in union with one another, only twin flame relationships will do for committed soul growth. I have heard that twin flame relationships are the stars in the sky, as their passion and creativity in union has the ability to create planets, as stars are planet creators. Adam had Eve as his twin flame, and Yeshua had Maria. A reminder that the Bible is all written in many different codes of numerology, etc., as that is how language of the time was written. More code is in the Bible, even more so than just this. During World War II, the Navajo language was used as a code, as the language does not use nouns. Energies are presented, characteristics, and this kind of coding has been found to be in the Bible. People or animals are used in place to speak of astrology, anatomy, biological, medical processes, and spirituality, anatomy changes, and more. Back to Yeshu, who went from forgetting to learning he was one with God. He calls us his brothers and his sisters, as we are equals, as all is one in infiniteness. Yeshu says that he does great works, understanding his oneness with God, and that we will and can do as great and or greater. With faith, the size of a mustard seed, we can move mountains. Yeshu was raised as a Jew and takes off for many years to travel to the east. There is record of Yeshu being called Issa, Issa, and learning all about Buddhism and ancient Chinese philosophies. All is one. God is infinite. Metaphysics, the philosophy of an infinite God, is what Yeshu or Issa teaches. Yeshu learns of twin flames from Buddhism and is joined to Maria. Yeshu is said to be a Jewish rabbi, and the only way to be a Jewish rabbi back then was to be married. Yeshu and Mary's love as twin flames was amazing, and many were jealous. Yeshu would also know and understand reincarnation, as many reincarnated, also many times as being A. Michael. For control of money and people, religions took an infinite God and tried to put God into a box. God is the creator of all things, all books, all people are made out of God, because that's the only thing that exists anywhere at all times, in all places, in all spaces. God's infinite and fills everything up. And we are his creation in motion. Reincarnation was taken out of many religions to make people need, or think to need, to go and pay to go to heaven for business greed. Reincarnation was taken out of many religions and spirituality to have people to believe that this was your only chance in order to get to heaven. So it's control, do as we say and you'll get there. If you don't, then you won't. And then it's, hell forever, when that's not true either. So Yeshua's twin flame was taken out as a continued representation of female equality, which has to do with control of the sexes. Yeshua's Maria was taken out for his kingdom was her children's reign and control. For everybody else who wanted to rule as kings, they did their best to destroy his lineage. Yeshua's Maria was taken out as the children, as if the children were not there, to inherit, so that way all priests' wealth went to the church to falsely represent Yeshua's life. Yeshua's children were taken out to say that Yeshua died on the cross and did not have children who were the creators of Tartaria. While listening to a channel from A.A. Michael, he stated that Last Supper was a parting party. That's why they had it. Yeshua's work was done in the region, and Yeshua was going to travel. It was his goodbye party. As was documented, it show the Da Vinci Code. Maria, Yeshua, and family traveled to France and Ireland. As Adam lived 900 years, Yeshua showed in the desert, fasting for 40 days and nights, that he understood how to live off of spiritual energy to transform his body for everlasting life. As part of the Great Awakening, military resources have stated that Donald Trump is a direct descendant of Yeshua and Maria. Many other family lines make this claim as well. Any family crest of Ireland, of family lines on the shields, anyone that has the cross on it is stating that is part of Yeshua's bloodline. The Donnelly family has both the hand and the cross, stating a double tie to the bloodline of Yeshua. The cross on that is actually, it's an astrological sign, because not all crosses are crucifixions. For death, it is an astrological sign, which is there to symbolize the timing of the planetary ascension process. So it's when ascensions happen as a part of the school of life, as the universe is a university. Yeshua, Maria, and family lived for 700 to 800 years and created the civilization and nation called Tartaria. Yeshua used the name Isa and Asia. Yeshua used the name Isa, I-E-S-A, in Tartary, addressing the supposed crucifixion. There were crucifixions, and people did want Yeshua to be dead. People also wanted other people to be dead, namely Jews, and at times, or the early Christians themselves, as many were fed to lions, etc. As God is infinite, all is one, there was no spiritual reason for Yeshua to die on a cross. As ocean splashes onto ocean, this is not a sin, as ocean splashing onto ocean doesn't hurt ocean. It is just impossible, and even more so for God, that is the Alpha, the Omega, and everything in between, for God to harm God. All is one. Our perception of separation is what causes pain. Lack of love causes pain, but this cannot harm or go against an infinite God. Infinity cannot reject any part of itself. Thus, that's also why people wouldn't stay in hell for anything for forever. You may go places that it is that you don't want, that are more separated and torturous, but there's no infinite hell that it is that anybody would go to forever. That's also a lie that was often created for the church or anything else as a control mechanism. There is no sin to infiniteness. Learning to love ourselves as self would be a life's goal, and growing to do that. Learning to truly love ourselves for the truth of the divine as itself. If sin is anything, it is living outside of being true to who I am as a person, as a unique creation of an infinite part of God. What is the code that is being created as being the crucifixion? So it'd be like the Navajo code that I talked about previously. Christos means oil. The crucifixion is about an anatomical process that happens with the oil of the Kundalini and Chi energy for when the body develops a heart of unconditional love. There was a time when the Jews were being killed, so the early Christians did what they could do to separate their belief system, to say that they were not Jews, even though Yeshua was one. Um, they stated that the Jews, they killed our leader. It was a way to separate themselves from them to save their own lives. Yes, the creation or the spiritual process of the Kundalini is still in there, and there's some things for added words. People who knew about Jewish law would know that the crucifixion was a lie, as it was illegal for Jews to have killed someone on that day due to customs. In the Bible, it speaks of the destiny of 1,000 years of peace on earth, then for evil to reign again for a while, and then to be destroyed when the whole planet ascended. Yeshua and family brought in the 1,000 years of peace. Evil has ruled again for a while to try to destroy Yeshua's legacy of Tartaria. Now the ascension process is here. The big question is, now that you know this, does anyone say Happy Easter anymore? Or does it become Happy Tartaria Day? To actually remember the 1,000 years of peace and the society that Yeshua and family created. If you like this true story or found value in it, please like, share, and subscribe. Give thanks to all that you would like to receive and follow your joy. Peace.